Hey Star Warriors, Star Geek here, to talk about a rumor that's got me excited. One movie character that people haven't been able to forget ever since they first saw him in 1977 is the wise Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. An incredibly iconic film character, especially for the Star Wars saga. Old Ben Kenobi has always been a fan favorite, and has prominently remained part of the Star Wars saga for nearly 40 years. When the prequels came out, we were reintroduced to this amazing character through Ewan McGregor's fantastic performance. For me, Obi-Wan Kenobi's character was the highlight of the prequel trilogy. Even when surrounded by subpar acting and clean environments, Ewan McGregor was always able to convey Obi-Wan's character perfectly, making his acting the best part about the prequels. So when I heard that there was a possibility for an Obi-Wan spin-off, I was thrilled. But maybe it's not just one film in the works, but a whole Obi-Wan trilogy. Rumors have it that a trilogy of Obi-Wan films may become a reality in the future, but how soon is debatable. Most people speculate that these films will be released after all of the sequel trilogy and other spin-off films have come out, meaning that we may not even see a trailer for an Obi-Wan trilogy until the early 2020s. Of course, not everyone is pleased with the idea of 3 films centered around one character. Fans who dislike the concept of a Kenobi trilogy say that there just isn't anything that Ben could do that would interest us. He's just on Tatooine watching over Luke for 19 years, right? Well, rumor has it that only one film would be set on the desert planet. The first part in the trilogy would be Obi-Wan's experience getting adjusted to Tatooine, with the subsequent films taking place off-planet on unknown worlds. There are tons of storylines that they could try to follow, linking this trilogy with the rest of the saga. Similar to Rogue One, I would expect these movies to build up background for the original trilogy. It would explain and expand on a lot, like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Owen Lars' long-lasting feud. In fact, Ewan McGregor said that he would gladly reprise his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi if asked. Right now, he's at the perfect age to be in the transition period between Episode 3 and Episode 4. Similarly, Joel Edgerton, the actor who played as Owen Lars in the prequel trilogy, also said that, if he was asked, he would sign on to once again hop into those moisture farmer clothes for another film. Another big-name actor who said he would sign on to reprise his Jedi role in the Star Wars saga is Qui-Gon Jinn actor Liam Neeson. I think that this would be the perfect opportunity to finally see Obi-Wan communicating with his master. I've always felt that the prequel should have been focused more around Obi-Wan than Anakin. Maybe then they wouldn't have left one of the only interesting characters from The Phantom Menace on the ship to do literally nothing. I thought that they would have had Qui-Gon's Force Ghost guide Obi-Wan in the prequels, but since that never happened, I think this is the perfect opportunity for a moment to witness Obi-Wan practicing the same thing he first presented to Luke in Episode 5. Qui-Gon Jinn could guide Obi-Wan off-planet, setting Ben on a real path or mission. This way we don't have to just see Obi-Wan sitting around in his hut or watching the Lars homestead from afar. And on the topic of Obi-Wan's fallen master, I've never felt that Obi-Wan got the true vengeance on Darth Maul for killing Qui-Gon. And as much as it pains me, I think that they could incorporate Maul into this trilogy. The reason I say that it pains me is because I had always assumed that Maul was killed at the end of The Phantom Menace, and even when the canonical episodes of the Clone Wars featuring Darth Maul with giant robotic chicken legs aired, I neglected it as true canon. But seeing that I can't really avoid such a huge event in the Star Wars timeline, I'll just roll with the idea that Maul survived to walk another day, or just scooter around on a skateboard like in the Robot Chicken Star Wars spoofs. So, Obi-Wan could finally seek revenge for his master, avenging Qui-Gon's death. Ewan McGregor is really the only actor who could ever play as Obi-Wan, for many different reasons. Like I said earlier, Ewan is at the perfect age to play a post-prequel and pre-original trilogy Ben Kenobi. He's even young enough that, if they wanted to, they could have flashbacks to his experiences in the Clone Wars. I'd be very interested to see Obi-Wan constantly having flashbacks to the Clone Wars, maybe picturing his regret of what he could have done to prevent Anakin's turn to the dark side, seeing as he is clearly emotional about his failure to prevent his friend from becoming the Dark Lord of the Sith. In Episode 3, they had to digitally age Ewan McGregor because he didn't look quite as old as they wanted him to be. Now in his mid-40s, he should be able to look very similar to his digitally altered Revenge of the Sith appearance. One thing that makes Ewan McGregor the perfect pick for Obi-Wan Kenobi, other than his great acting, is his uncanny likeness to Alec Guinness. He looks the part and acts the part, which is exactly why I don't think this project should go through if they can't get Ewan McGregor. At this point, the only person who could ever reenact as Obi-Wan is Ewan himself. I strongly believe that if Ewan McGregor doesn't sign on, I don't want this trilogy to even be considered. A personal pet peeve of mine is when a film or TV series changes the actor for a specific character, just brushing it off as if it's the same person, when they don't actually look or sound anything like the originals. So word of advice to Disney, do not make this trilogy if you can't get Ewan McGregor to reprise his role. But the most important question of this rumor is this: should there even be an Obi-Wan trilogy? As much as I love almost all things Star Wars, it almost feels like we're getting a Star Wars overload. A new trilogy, a new TV series, new spin-off films, and now a new character-focused trilogy. It's a bit much. I think that they may be better off fitting all the films into one 2-hour-long movie. Other questions include what they would name each film, who would direct them, and what will they be about. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. Other brothers can't deny.
Subscribe to Star Geek for weekly Star Wars content. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to wait until the very end of the video, past the credits, because I always add something to reward you for your wait. Whether that is a pun, joke, update, or news piece, it really helps if you just sit through the following credit sequence. If you like the channel, please tell a friend. If you enjoyed the video, please shoot that like button at light speed. You can go check out my Facebook page, linked in the description. Also check out my Twitter account, @StarGeekYT, and find me on Instagram by the same handle. Click on the link to the left for my last video, Star Wars vs. Episode 3, Boba Fett vs. Jango Fett. You can also click on the right to watch my review of the second Star Wars Episode 7 trailer. Don't forget to like the video, and comment on your own opinions of these rumors. Until we meet again in a galaxy far, far away, this has been Star Geek. This Obi-Wan rumor is very interesting, and overall, I am extremely excited to be hearing more about news. In case you're interested in some quick updates, here's the most recent in Star Wars news. Anthony Daniels has recently recorded audio as C-3PO for the new Star Wars Battlefront game. This will probably be used in a cutscene. Star Wars Uprising is a new Star Wars video game to take place in between Episode 6 and 7, giving us the first canonical look at the galaxy post-Battle of Endor. A new Star Wars mini-fridge has been released in Asia by Hire. It's a remote control R2-D2 that actually delivers you your drinks. Instead of going all the way to Tatooine to grab some drinks from this spunky droid on Jabba's sail barge, why not just pick this guy up and bring him into your own home? While the price is yet to be determined, you can bet that this won't be cheap, costing a small fortune. Still, it's a pretty cool look into not only new Star Wars gear, but also innovations for the world. A leaked image of C-3PO's appearance in The Force Awakens has leaked in Mexico, and it's not pretty. For some reason, the designers decided that giving him a red arm would be a good choice. I personally despise it. It looks tacky and out of place, but I will say that it adds on to C-3PO's iconic image. One of 3PO's greatest features is his long-lasting lifespan in the Star Wars legend, getting completely beat up along the way. This red arm serves the same purpose that his silver leg did in the original trilogy, showing that 3PO has been across galaxy multiple times on crazy adventures. Some people are even saying that this red arm may be some sort of weapon, finally letting C-3PO help fight for a change, but I doubt it. Of course, some keen-eye viewers say that this is actually someone's random prank, using a red Sharpie to color in 3PO's arm. We'll just have to wait and see. And lastly, in recent Star Wars news, this leaked behind-the-scenes clip from The Force Awakens was accidentally released a couple weeks ago.
Here we go. Ready, set, and action! 3, 2, 1, boom! And cut there.
In the clip, we see First Order troops running around a very intricate set, firing their blasters with explosions going off left and right. The setting of this leak looks like it might take place on the new Star Destroyer, with intruders on board, most likely a continuation of this clip from the second teaser. If you haven't seen my in-depth review of either of the trailers, please click on the links in the description. Thanks for sticking around, and may the Force be with you.